Let me ask you something. Do your feet feel cold even when the room is warm? Do your legs feel heavy, stiff, or numb, like the blood just isn't flowing the way it used to? If you're over 70, this is not something you should ignore, because what you're feeling is very often poor circulation. And here's the truth. Most people think it's just part of aging. It's not. It's your body sending you a signal, a warning that your blood flow is slowing down. But today I'm going to share something powerful with you. A simple vitamin that can help open up circulation dramatically, support your blood vessels, and help bring warmth back into your legs and feet naturally. Let me tell you something that many people misunderstand. Just because something is common does not mean it's normal. If you're over 70 and you're feeling cold feet, numbness, tingling, or heaviness in your legs, most people will brush it off and say, well, that's just aging, but that belief can cost you your health. Because what you're experiencing is not simply age catching up with you, it's your body sending you a message loud and clear that your circulation is not where it needs to be. And circulation is life. Every single cell in your body depends on healthy blood flow. Your blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and vital compounds that keep your tissues alive and functioning. When that flow becomes restricted, slowed down, or compromised, your body begins to suffer from the inside out. Now think about your legs and your feet for a moment. They are the farthest points from your heart. That means your circulatory system has to work even harder to push blood all the way down and then bring it all the way back up against gravity. When you're younger, your blood vessels are more flexible. They expand and contract easily. Your heart pumps efficiently. Your muscles help push blood through your veins. But as the years go by, things begin to change. Your blood vessels can become stiffer. They can narrow due to plaque buildup or loss of elasticity. Your circulation can slow down. And your muscles, if you're not using them enough, don't assist in that pumping action like they used to. This creates a perfect storm. Less blood reaches your lower extremities, and even less returns efficiently back to the heart. That's when you begin to notice the signs. Your feet feel cold, even in warm weather. You put on socks, maybe even 2 pairs, but the chill doesn't go away. That's not just a temperature issue, that's a circulation issue. You may feel tingling or that pins and needles sensation. That's your nerves reacting to reduced oxygen and nutrient supply. You might experience cramps, especially at night, or a feeling of heaviness in your legs when you walk, like they're weighed down. Some people even notice changes in skin color, pale, bluish, or slightly discolored areas. Others see slower healing of cuts or scratches on their feet and legs. These are not random symptoms, they are signals. And ignoring those signals can allow the problem to progress. Because poor circulation doesn't just stay mild, over time it can lead to more serious conditions like chronic swelling, nerve damage, or even increased risk of falls due to weakness and instability. And here's something very important. When your legs don't receive proper blood flow, your muscles don't get enough oxygen. When muscles don't get oxygen, they weaken. When they weaken, your mobility decreases. And once mobility decreases, your overall health begins to decline much faster. It becomes harder to walk, harder to stay active, and that leads to even worse circulation. It becomes a cycle, a dangerous one. But here's the part that should give you hope. This process is not set in stone. Your body has an incredible ability to adapt, repair, and improve if you give it the right support. Even after 70, even after 80, you can enhance your circulation. But the first step is awareness. You must stop accepting cold feet and poor circulation as just part of life. Because when you accept it, you stop looking for solutions. And when you stop looking for solutions, the condition continues to worsen. Instead, you need to start asking the right questions. Why are my feet cold? Why do my legs feel heavy? What can I do today to improve my blood flow? Because once you shift your mindset from acceptance to action, everything changes. Your body responds to movement, it responds to nutrients, it responds to better habits. Even small changes can begin to improve circulation. And when circulation improves, something amazing happens. Warmth returns, sensation improves, your legs feel lighter, stronger, more responsive. You begin to feel more confident walking, more stable, more energized. That's because your body is finally getting what it needs. So don't ignore the signs. Don't brush them off. Cold feet are not just an inconvenience. Heavy legs are not just a minor annoyance. They are early warning signals, and the sooner you listen to them, the sooner you take action, the better your outcome will be. Because your goal is not just to live longer, it's to live better, with strong legs, with warm feet, with the ability to move freely and confidently. And it all starts with understanding this one simple truth. Poor circulation after 70 may be common, but it is not something you should ever consider normal. Now let's talk about something that can make a real difference in how your body feels. Something simple yet incredibly powerful when it comes to circulation. I'm talking about vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This is not some new trend or miracle claim. This is a well-known nutrient that has been studied for decades, and its effects on blood flow are something you need to understand, especially if you're dealing with cold feet, numbness, or weak circulation in your legs. Because here's the truth, your blood vessels are not just pipes, they are living, flexible structures that respond to what's happening inside your body. They can expand and they can contract. When they expand, more blood flows through, more oxygen reaches your tissues, more nutrients get delivered where they're needed. But when those vessels become tight, stiff, or narrowed, blood flow becomes restricted, and that's when problems begin. This is where vitamin B3 comes into play. Niacin has a unique ability to help your blood vessels relax and widen. This process is called vasodilation. And when vasodilation happens, it's like opening up a highway that was once congested. Traffic starts moving again, blood begins to flow more freely, reaching areas that were previously deprived. Now think about your legs and feet again. If circulation is poor, those areas are not getting enough oxygen, the tissues become cold, the nerves become irritated, the muscles feel weak. But when you support your body with the right nutrients like vitamin B3, you begin to reverse that process. Blood flow improves, warmth returns, a heavy sluggish feeling starts to lift. And here's something else that's very important. Vitamin B3 doesn't just help with circulation directly, it also plays a role in supporting healthy cholesterol levels. Why does that matter? Because cholesterol buildup inside your arteries can narrow the space where blood flows. Over time, this makes it harder for blood to move efficiently through your body. By helping maintain a healthier balance, vitamin B3 supports clearer pathways for blood to travel. So now you're getting a double benefit. You're helping your blood vessels relax, and you're supporting cleaner, more open arteries. That combination can make a significant difference in how your legs and feet feel on a daily basis. But let's go even deeper. Every cell in your body requires energy to function, and vitamin B3 plays a key role in energy production at the cellular level. It helps convert the food you eat into usable energy your body can rely on. Why is this important for circulation? Because your heart is a muscle. Your blood vessels rely on muscular function. Your entire circulatory system depends on energy to keep things moving. When your cells are energized, your system works more efficiently. When your system works more efficiently, circulation improves. And that's when you begin to feel the difference. You may notice that your feet don't feel as cold when you wake up in the morning. You may find that walking becomes easier, less strain, less fatigue. You may even feel a subtle warmth returning to areas that once felt lifeless. That's not coincidence. That's your body responding to better support. Now I want to be very clear about something. Vitamin B3 is not a magic pill. It's not going to fix everything overnight, but when used properly and combined with healthy habits, it can become a powerful tool in improving your overall circulation. Consistency is key. Your body doesn't change in a single day, but it responds over time when you give it what it needs. And here's another important point. Not all forms of vitamin B3 work the same way in the body. Some forms are designed to avoid the flushing effect, but they may not provide the same level of vasodilation that supports circulation. The traditional form of niacin is the one known for helping open up blood vessels, and that's why understanding what you're taking and how your body responds is so important. Because the goal here is not just to take a supplement, the goal is to improve function, to improve how your body feels, how it moves, how it performs. And when your circulation improves, everything else begins to follow. Your muscles receive more oxygen, so they perform better. Your nerves receive better nourishment, so sensations improve. Your tissues receive the nutrients they need, so healing and recovery become more efficient. It all connects. Your circulatory system is like a network that touches every part of your body. When that network flows freely, your body thrives. When it's restricted, your body struggles. So supporting that system should be a priority, especially as you get older. And sometimes the simplest nutrients can have the most profound effects. Vitamin B3 is one of those nutrients. It works with your body, not against it. It supports natural processes instead of forcing artificial changes. And that's what makes it so valuable. So if you've been dealing with cold feet, heavy legs, poor circulation, understand that your body is not failing you, it's asking for support. And when you begin to provide that support through the right nutrients, the right habits, and the right awareness, you give your body the opportunity to function the way it was designed to. Better circulation is not out of reach. It starts with understanding what your body needs and taking that first step to give it exactly that. Now I want to talk to you about something that surprises a lot of people and sometimes even scares them the first time they experience it. It's called the niacin flush. And if you don't understand what it is, you might think something is wrong. But once you do understand it, you'll realize it's actually a powerful sign that something is going right inside your body. Let me explain. When you take the right form of vitamin B3 niacin, your body can respond with a very noticeable sensation. You may feel warmth spreading across your skin, starting in your face, your neck, maybe even moving down into your arms and legs. Your skin may turn slightly red, almost like a mild sunburn. You might feel tingling, itching, or a gentle prickly sensation. Now for someone who's never experienced this before, it can feel unusual, even uncomfortable. And the first reaction is often fear. Is this normal? Is something wrong with me? Should I be worried? But here's the truth. In most cases, this reaction is completely natural. It's called a flush because your blood vessels are expanding, opening up, allowing more blood to flow closer to the surface of your skin. This is vasodilation in action. This is your circulation improving in real time. That warmth you feel, that's increased blood flow. That redness, that's your capillaries opening up and allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach your tissues. That tingling sensation, that's your nerves responding to a sudden increase in circulation. In other words, your body is waking up. Now think about that for a moment. If you've been dealing with poor circulation, cold feet, numbness, sluggish blood flow, and suddenly you feel warmth and movement in your body, that's not a problem. That's a response. That's your system shifting gears. And for many people, especially those over 70, this can be one of the first times in a long time that they actually feel that kind of circulation again. But let's be clear, just because it's normal doesn't mean you should ignore how your body feels. The intensity of the flush can vary from person to person. Some people feel a mild warmth that fades within 10-15 minutes. Others may experience a stronger sensation that lasts a bit longer. This depends on several factors: your sensitivity, the dosage, whether you took it on an empty stomach, and how your body processes niacin. And that's why it's so important to approach this the right way. You don't need to rush. You don't need to take large amounts to get benefits. In fact, starting with a lower dose and allowing your body to adjust is often the best approach. Because over time, many people find that the flush becomes less intense as their body becomes more accustomed to it. Now here's something very important that you need to understand. Not all vitamin B3 supplements cause this flush. There are no flush versions on the market, often labeled as such to make them more comfortable for people. But here's the trade-off. Those versions may not produce the same level of vasodilation, the same opening of blood vessels that contributes to improved circulation. So while they may avoid the sensation, they may also limit the very benefit you're looking for. This is why education is key. You need to know what your goal is. If your goal is to support circulation, to help bring more blood flow to your legs and feet, then understanding the role of the flush becomes important. Because it's not just a side effect, it's a signal that your blood vessels are responding. a signal that circulation is increasing. Now let me also say this, the niacin flush is generally temporary. It comes on, it peaks, and then it fades away. Your body returns to normal, but with improved blood flow during that period. And for many people, that brief window of increased circulation can make a noticeable difference, especially when practiced consistently over time. You may begin to notice that your feet feel warmer more often, that the constant chill begins to fade, that your legs feel more alive, more responsive, less heavy. And these are the kinds of changes that build confidence, because when you feel better, you move more. And when you move more, your circulation improves even further. It becomes a positive cycle. But I want to emphasize something very clearly. If you ever feel anything beyond mild to moderate discomfort, such as dizziness, difficulty breathing, or anything that concerns you, you should always consult with a healthcare professional. Your safety always comes first. The goal here is to support your body, not to push it beyond its limits. So listen to your body, respect it, work with it, not against it, and understand that the niacin flush, when experienced properly, is not something to fear. It's something to understand. It's your body showing you that change is happening, that blood is flowing, that your system is responding. And for many people who have gone years with poor circulation, that feeling of warmth can be incredibly reassuring. It's a reminder that improvement is possible, that your body still has the ability to respond, to adapt, to heal. So instead of being alarmed by the flush, see it for what it is. A temporary sensation with a meaningful purpose. A sign that your circulation is being activated. A signal that your body is moving in the right direction. And when you combine that understanding with patience, consistency, and the right approach, you give yourself the best possible chance to improve how your body feels every single day. Because sometimes what feels unfamiliar at first is actually the beginning of something better. Now let's bring everything together, because this is where real lasting change happens. You can take the right vitamin, you can understand what your body needs, but if you don't support it with the right daily habits, your results will always be limited. The truth is, your body works as a system. Everything is connected. And when it comes to circulation, especially in your legs and feet, you need more than just one solution. You need a combination, because lifestyle plus nutrition is what creates the strongest, most consistent improvement over time. Let's start with something very simple, something most people overlook: movement. Your body was designed to move, and your circulation depends on it. Every time you walk, your muscles contract. And when your muscles contract, they act like pumps, helping push blood through your veins and back up toward your heart. This is especially important in your legs, where blood has to fight against gravity. Now think about what happens when you sit for long periods, or when your activity level drops. That pumping action slows down. Blood begins to pool in your lower extremities. Circulation becomes sluggish. And that's when you start to feel heaviness, stiffness, coldness. But the moment you start moving, even gently, you begin to reverse that process. You don't need intense exercise. You don't need long workouts. Even a simple daily walk can make a powerful difference. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, gradually building up as your body allows. Consistency is what matters, because every step you take is helping your blood flow more freely. Now let's talk about another simple habit that can support your circulation in a very direct way: leg elevation. At the end of the day, especially if you've been sitting or standing for long periods, your legs can accumulate fluid and experience reduced blood return. By simply elevating your legs for 10 to 15 minutes, you allow gravity to assist in moving blood back toward your heart. This can reduce swelling, relieve pressure, and improve overall circulation. It's a small action, but it can have a noticeable impact when done regularly. Now let's move on to something that many people underestimate: hydration. Your blood is made up largely of water, and when your body is dehydrated, your blood can become thicker and harder to circulate efficiently. This places more strain on your heart and your blood vessels. But when you stay properly hydrated, your blood flows more easily. It moves more smoothly through your vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients more effectively. So something as simple as drinking enough water throughout the day can directly support your circulation. And yet so many people overlook it. Now let's connect this with nutrition, because what you put into your body matters. The foods you eat either support your blood vessels or they work against them. Whole, nutrient-rich foods provide the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your body needs to maintain healthy circulation. They help keep your blood vessels flexible, your blood flowing, and your system functioning efficiently. On the other hand, highly processed foods, excessive sugars, and unhealthy fats can contribute to inflammation and stiffness in your blood vessels. Over time, that makes circulation worse. So when you combine proper nutrition with key nutrients like vitamin B3, you're not just addressing one part of the problem, you're supporting your entire system. Now let's add one more important element. Stretching. Gentle stretching helps keep your muscles flexible and your joints mobile. But it also supports circulation by encouraging blood flow into areas that may be tight or restricted. Simple movements like flexing your ankles, rotating your feet, or stretching your calves can stimulate circulation in your lower legs. These are small actions, but they create movement within your system. And movement is what your body needs. Now here's where it all comes together. When you combine these habits, movement, leg elevation, hydration, proper nutrition, and stretching with the support of vitamin B3, you create a powerful environment for your body to improve. Not overnight, but steadily, consistently, naturally. And this is important to understand. Your body responds to patterns. If you give it the right inputs every day, it begins to adapt. Your blood vessels become more responsive. Your circulation becomes more efficient. Your symptoms begin to decrease. You start to feel warmth in your feet more often. You notice less heaviness in your legs. You feel more stable when you walk, more confident, more in control. And that's what this is really about. It's not just about circulation. It's about your quality of life, your ability to move freely, to stay active, to maintain your independence. Because when your legs feel strong and your circulation is healthy, everything becomes easier. Daily tasks feel lighter. Your energy improves. Your outlook changes. And all of this starts with small, consistent actions. So don't wait for a major problem to take action. Don't assume that nothing can change, because your body is always responding to what you do. Every step you take, every glass of water you drink, every healthy choice you make, it all adds up. And over time, those small changes can lead to meaningful results. Better circulation is not about one quick fix. It's about building a routine that supports your body from every angle. And when you do that, you give yourself the best possible chance to feel better, move better, and live better every single day.